All right, let me see. What's going on, everyone? This is Zen here from Zen Multiverse, and I hope you're having a great day. Let me just make sure everything is gearing up, everything is good on the stream. Before we get started, we have a lot to talk about. Like a lot to talk about. We're probably not going to cover everything in this stream itself, but we're gonna try to tackle as much as we can. So let me just hit that. Denitra, what's going on, bro? All right, let me bring this down a little bit. Let me know how I sound in the chat. Don't forget to drop a like, team. Trying to. All right. So we're gonna start it. We're actually gonna play the trailer. I'm not gonna put the sound on just for copyright reasons. Now, contrary to my thumbnail and asking a question, I actually don't think it's superior. Iron Man. A lot of people think it's superior Iron Man. I don't, right? Since the organization in the trailer was the Illuminati. Now, do I think there's an Iron Man in the movie? I do think there's an Iron Man in the movie, right? Oh, hold on, team. So let's kind of check out the trailer. Now he's talking about a dream. We're trying to find out as many different things as we can. All right, we see America Chavez going against some guy or some being of the sorts, right? So let's continue here. And that was Defender Strange being kind of he got clickbaited. No, but I'm gonna explain why, right? I'm gonna explain why I don't think it's superior Iron Man, but there is superior Iron Man-esque type of things in the trailer though, and that comes in the form of the Ultron bots, right? So you can see Defender Strange right there in the trailer. Let me just move myself over just a little bit. So they're kind of showing a parallel between Defender Strange, right, which is a variant version of him, and he's kind of circling around, and then it leads right back to the one that we know, right? So shout out to my Nightbot. Now, what we're seeing is kind of when we're looking at the right hand side, we see Doctor Strange, Stephen Strange with an iPad or something of the nature on the side, like he just woke up, but he seems to be having a nightmare. But I wonder if he's actually in the nightmare. Him waking up is a nightmare of sorts, right? Let's continue. The nightmare begins. Which nightmare begins? You know what I mean? I think Iron Man succeeded in one of his tasks in basically creating armors around the world, right? Which is his original intention, right? And he probably utilized Ultron, right, to basically do what he wanted. Now, here's the thing: this scene right here. I'm gonna go back a little bit, right? Wanda seems to be in like this perfect area. If you watch WandaVision, I'm pretty sure that she created this whole entirety. Look at Rintrah on the left hand side. He's the Minotaur. In the comic books, he's an alien who practiced sorcery and things of that nature. Let's see what else we got here. This summer, it's crazy. That's a good idea, that maybe the other multiverse stranges are warning this strange, our current version, our version of what's going on. Yeah, I did see this TV spot, so I want to do a whole nother video on that because they do show more things that led me to believe that it's not Superior Iron Man in the trailer, right? That it's actually Monica Rambeau or her mother, Maria Rambeau. All right, let me see. So I don't think that's the Mordo from this Doctor Strange's timeline. I think this is a variant version of him. This, of course, is the scene that I'm gonna like play, right? So here we go.
Will not go unpunished.
We should tell him the truth.
Okay, So here's the thing. That's 100%. I would say Patrick Stewart. It's 100% him. That's his voice. Done. There's no question in that, right? The question that I have is really two things, twofolded, right? Is that Professor X? And if it is Professor X, I'm pretty sure that it's not the Professor X. It's a variant version of Professor X. It's not the one that we saw in like the X-Men old school. Well, they're old now. The old X-Men movies. I'm pretty sure that it is someone else. Yeah, I don't think it's him. I think it's like a variant version of Professor X, right? But one thing that I have to see, I'm gonna play back again, is how he, if it seems like he's rolling forward as if he is in the actual, like, his chair or not, right? So let me see again. If it looks like he's rolling. See, he appears, but he doesn't seem like he walked forward. He does seem like he rolled the chair forward. So I'm gonna go one more time. Or it just seems like the camera is panning in that direction, right? But the question, the big question that we definitely want to ask here uh, is what he says, right? He says we should tell him the truth. Uh, uh, did you see a Black Panther looking person sitting on the chair? Yeah, I did see that. So let's go back to it, right? Let's kind of backdrop a little bit. We see someone walking across. The guy on, now there's two things, right? Okay. There's a guy walking across, but he seems to have something on his back. Kind of looks like Blade or something. I don't know. I don't know what that is, but I think that's Mordo walking across. I think that version of Mordo that we saw earlier is actually uh, the Mordo in the trailer, right? I do think that's what it is. I think that's who it is, who's part of this Illuminati. Maybe. Let's continue. We should tell him the truth. So the part about the truth part is, I'm thinking that the truth that he's speaking about is that it's more than what was said. And what I mean by that is, okay, here's what I mean. Now, I think what Professor X or Patrick Stewart, at least, is trying to say that we should tell him the truth that he wasn't the one who messed up the multiverse, right? I think through the movie so far, they made it seem like Doctor Strange is the one who's just messing up the multiverse, but everyone is forgetting about what happened in Loki. So I wonder what he's gonna say is like, he's gonna explain that there's events that are happening within, at least in the Loki TV show, that led to these, basically this imbalance when it comes to the the universe, right? So to speak, or the multiverse. Now, there's something interesting here that hasn't been talked about much. I mean, it could be that, right? It's just a theory. That's what I'm just jamming on. I'm just thinking about everything while playing the video, because I had a lot of thoughts. Now, this part is really interesting, not because of the breaking of the universe. We're gonna see something. Let me see if I can catch it. Yeah, Savage Land for sure. I think it's the TV spot. The TV spot is what. Okay, here we go. Let's break this down. And we know that's Wanda. Wanda's fighting against. Oh, sorry, team. Wanda's wilding out here. Yeah, that's not Superior Iron Man. I know why people said it was though. Yeah, that the person who's, yeah, it's clear as day. It's not. Um, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hold on, team. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the rate frames to. I'm just gonna make it as slow as possible. I'm just gonna take my face off for a second so we can analyze this a little bit better. Right here, we're gonna change this playback speed, and we're gonna do it at, let's just go with sorry, that was gonna make it faster. Playback speed, we're gonna go at 0.5. Let's go to 0.5. 0.5 always like allows me to see quite a bit. Okay, cool. I'm gonna bring my face back up and let's watch. Oh yeah, that is not superior Iron Man. Yeah, I did see the poster with the Captain Carter shield. Hold on, team. Let me see if I could. I'm gonna make that a little bit slower. Hold on. I'm gonna show you why and who I think. I think it's Maria Rambeau or Spectrum. Monica Rambeau. It's, yeah. It's. Let's bring it down to. Oh man. Okay, let me bring up the chat up a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna show you why. It's definitely the faces of an African American female. Okay, here we go. Watch a little bit slower. Okay, it should pan in after this. So this is Strange talking to another variant of Strange. I'm not too sure if this version, who is saying things got out of hand, is actually bad. You know what I mean? It's probably like Defender Strange that's actually the bad one. Okay, here we go, team. At first I was like, ah, this is the Human Torch or some kind of... Oh yeah, this is... Okay, so after this, it's pretty hard to see who it could be because of... Now, the way she's shooting out the blast, that blast is not like a repulsor ray, right? It's the same type of luminescence and energy that what's her name gives off, that Captain Marvel gives off. Okay, that's 100% for sure. And it seems like if we were to, I'm gonna try to freeze it because the online pictures are not so good. Should be right here. Got it. Check. All right. If you go really closely, I could see why people are saying that it's superior Iron Man because they're looking at the headband. Now, the only people who's ever shown to have the glowing eyes, at least in the Marvel Cinematic Universe so far, have been Captain Marvel. Now, if I was to remove all of the lighting source that gives that luminescence of like the Power Stone and things of that nature, then we would have a character who is looking at the mouth area that would be African American. Now, one of the other things is on the top area, we're looking at hair that's kind of like short-haired, right? Again, everyone wants to say it's moniker, it's going to be Superior Iron Man, but it does show hair, right? If we look at the top area. Now, if we look at the centerpiece, it seems like we could see a star, right? The same star that Monica Rambeau would have as Spectrum in the comic books, or in this case, it can be Maria Rambeau. Now, let's say that it wasn't Monica Rambeau that it wasn't Carol Danvers that went on that spaceship and then did everything else, right? That it was actually Maria Rambeau who did everything and got the Power Stone. So let's kind of look at it a little bit more. Yeah. See, if you look at the face and the middle piece, I'm really truly looking at the middle piece. The middle piece and the darker frame of the jawline shows that of someone who is darker skinned, and also that centerpiece gives off that same star that that Carol Danvers has of Captain Marvel. Now the hand pieces too just show like a signature charge, but not. Yeah, but what's going on, Milo Bed? Yeah, but not that of Superior Iron Man. Why would Superior Spider-Man have I said Superior Spider-Man. Why would Superior Iron Man have luminescent armor, or when I say luminescent, just like that glowing red that's similar to Captain Marvel? No, it has to be one of the Marvels. And when I'm saying one of the Marvels, I'm thinking about Monica Rambeau as Spectrum. Now, could it be Monica Rambeau that has a specific suit? Maybe. Could be, right? Denisha said, I was thinking that Superior Iron Man gave special armor to the Illuminati since the Superior Iron Man armor can hold the power of the Infinity Stones. Yes, that makes perfect sense. And that's what I'm thinking here. But I don't think it's Superior Iron Man. I think this is just tech armor that she has a suit, right? Uh, and I'm only saying that because we did see the kind of like the Ultron S superior suits, right? But I don't think that this is Superior Iron Man. Do I think Superior Iron Man may be in the movie? Yes, he may be in the movie. Hence, like the tech that we see from the droids. Oh, why'd that happen? Yeah, this is definitely. Yeah, if we look as close as possible, I wish I could zoom in a little bit, but yeah, that's not. I would love it to be. Actually, I don't care. Um, yeah, unless there's another theory that I had that I thought about, right? If we, those of you who watched Iron Man 2, was it Iron Man 2? I think it was Iron Man 2 or 3. Whichever one they were talking about the extremis, right? You remember when they were talking about extremis and basically it was all of those people who had to like inject. They inject and they gains like superpowers. What if that this is the Iron Man version who has the extremis in him, and then it's not really created. It's creating that extremis armor because you remember there was that guy who had like fire abilities in Iron Man 2. Was it Iron Man? Yeah, it was Iron Man 3. Thank you so much, Denitra. And he had the extremis. What if that Iron Man got the extremis, utilized that in order to create this armor? It could be. It could be that's the only reason why I could say like, oh, he has extremis, and that's why he has this kind of like fire effect, right? As a callback to Iron Man 3. But that even sounds a little bit like I'm reaching, you know what I mean? I'm reaching for it to be Superior Iron Man. Uh, yeah, that power, when you see, like, yes, Wanda's ability that she's using makes sense. But it also makes sense for it to be like Maria Rambeau or even Monica Rambeau variant. Because in WandaVision we saw Monica Rambeau. She gained powers, right, to become Spectrum. But only reason why I'm saying that it's Maria Rambeau, which is Monica Rambeau's mother, is because um, she's probably one who piloted the ship at the time, right? And she was the one who went into space. So this is kind of like a what if. What if she was the one who went out into space and then gained the abilities that Captain Marvel received, right? And she's the Captain Marvel of this current universe and timeline, um, or from various universes. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that's not. Even when you look at the movement, Iron Man moving like that, it seems a little bit odd. You know what I mean? All right, let's go. Rinchar in the middle. He's wilding out right here. Let's see anything we. There goes the. That's the guy from. Yeah, this is like one gigantic what if episode, but it's pretty cool. I'm trying to see if I can find anything that wasn't said in videos that I watched. There goes America Chavez, looking boss. Anything here? Okay, he's gonna create that little saw thing. There goes America Chavez again in the middle. I'm trying to catch anything that we hadn't seen before. This seems like this is a Doctor Strange coming into this reality, seeing the death of this Doctor Strange, or if not, just a celebration of his work of the in this sanctum. It just looks like this Earth is desolate because we saw the greenery in the background. Variant Strange statue. Yeah, I think it's Defender Strange. Now this part is a little bit interesting. Here's the reason why. Just a while ago, we saw a scene where this version of Wanda on the left hand side was talking to Doctor Strange, but it is relevant to the same scene when they were in the meadow. Hence, she was creating an illusion, right, or creating a reality. Now, the thing that I'm very interested to know is this version are these two different Wandas, or is from WandaVision we saw her going into her astral projection form, and she was using the Darkhold, right? She was using the Darkhold, and she was basically trying to utilize it in order to find her kids, right? Tommy and Billy. That's why I encourage everyone to watch WandaVision and to watch the Loki show. Those are the two shows that I think everyone needs to watch before going into Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness for so many different reasons. But, this house is the same house that she created in WandaVision, right? Her perfect utopia reality in that sense. Now, is this a version of her, a variant version? I wonder if the one on the right is actually our version, right, of Wanda, and the one on the left is a variant version, and she's kind of seeping into the dark hole. Yeah, Loki is super. Yeah, Loki is super important to know about the variants, but also, um, a lot of things that are seemingly Doctor Strange's fault are not all Doctor Strange's. I think the only reason why we have a possible multiverse is because of the events that happen in Loki. The only thing that we cannot truly surmise is the timeline of Loki. We know when he went back, but what happened? How long was he in the TVA for? The TVA is just really representative of time and space, right? But we know that in the TVA, time and space is really not really finite to one timeline because it moves very differently. But we did know that they did go into the time stream in order to um, basically hide and also to fix certain events from happening. So let's see. Let's continue here. Yeah, so there's the other thing is that this is Scarlet Witch in her entirety, but she has sleeves here. So unless her suit got upgraded for the movies, that's the thing. So she really seen herself kind of like a mirror image. Is this her, or were those two different variants? One is just like is in needed help. Yeah, here it goes. Here goes the scene when she's like this. That doesn't seem too fair. That she could mess with. That Strange could do all the things that he wants to do, but he can't. Right now, that she can't. Like he could do whatever he wants, and he's a hero, but she's not a hero. She's basically deemed as a villain. Now here's Mortal, right? Um, now I'm see that didn't seem like he was attacking him. That seemed like that he was breaking the cuffs, and I wonder why. I think he was breaking the cuffs because he realizes that Strange is the only one who could help. Oh, she's about to give the boss punch. Okay, that blasted away. Wong is looking boss with this technique that he's doing it right here. It's kind of like a magical. Now this version, see, this is why I'm very unclear about. I already know Wanda's gonna be the big bad boss. I already know, because she's seeking for things that are very important. And it goes back to WandaVision with Billy and Tommy, right? Oh, now, oh, hold on. Okay, so let's pause it right here. We're looking right here and we're seeing into the eyes of Wanda herself. Now, when we look into the eyes of Wanda, she's seeing kind of like this structure that shows like it's like encased, right? When it shows like two figures, I wonder if the Illuminati, right? At least I'm gonna call them Illuminati for now until we get like true confirmation. I wonder if the Illuminati with Professor X, when he says we should tell him the truth, I wonder instead of what I said before, that maybe they have Billy and Tommy, which are the sons of right? Vision, and also Wanda Maximoff. Now, of course, she utilized her own hex magic to create the twins, but they're still their son. They're still her sons, right? We didn't at the end of WandaVision, we didn't actually see them die or disperse, did we? Wait, did we? We saw Viz disperse, but we didn't say. We saw the kids going to sleep, and then they went downstairs. Okay. Now I wonder if they were just like basically taken by the Illuminati, or when she heard them. Remember? Okay. Jeez, this is getting kind of wild now. At the end of WandaVision, we did her when she was in her when she became Scarlet Witch and she was looking through the Darkhold, and you know, part of her astral vision was there, and the other was in, you know, sipping on some tea or some coffee or what have you. That I wonder if what she heard wasn't like alternate versions from the multiverse, but basically just them, like they were taken. They were taken, and for what reason were they taken? Because I wonder if they were taken because they were just basically anomalies that happen within the time stream and in the multiverse, right? What if he grew up and now we see Wiccan? That would be pretty cool too, right? But I do think that they're still young, only because we're seeing these two capsules of Billy and Tommy. Now, this is very reminiscent to what we saw in Age of Ultron when we first saw Pietro and also Wanda, right? When they were encased, utilizing their powers, right? Running super speed. So I wonder if it's the two, right? Billy and Tommy. And yeah, we're so we you see we only could like zoom in enough to just see basically like shadowy figures or silhouettes, but yeah, this is making me feel like Billy and Tommy's in here. Wow, this is wild. But there's more in this trailer. Okay, this looks like it was Defender Strange who had died and then is resurrected. That's all this looks like to me. Only because of the red what is it? Shuffle or scaife on the right hand side of the cape, right? But then we see him doing like demonic type of like spells and things like that. I do think it's Defender Strange. Like the variant version of Doctor Strange had died. Wanda came and did some like hex magic and all kinds of things and resurrected him. And now she's kind of puppeteering him a little bit. I mean, I had another theory that Nightmare is inhabiting this version of Doctor Strange. Yeah, I feel like Nightmare. Okay, this is so much better watching it in slow motion. You get to see so much. Anything in the title that we could kind of like pinpoint? The TV spot has some cool stuff too that I really want to get into, that I have like big theories for, right? Nightmare, yeah, I think they had like ideas for Nightmare in no, I think they had ideas for Nightmare in Doctor Strange 2, but in May 6th. May 6th is not that far away, actually. It seems like it's far away, but it's really not. We're already all right. Let me go to a part. So he looks like he's using the Darkhold right here, but then he's like, "Oh, I found what I'm looking for. Time to put everything back." Okay, that's not actually the part that I wanted to look for, guys. Team. Okay. What is that? I think it's something from the comics. I just can't really. I have to look into it because it could probably give a lot of like. I did what I had to do. Who did what they had to do? Defender Strange? I feel like it's Defender Strange who, because maybe it wasn't even Wanda who killed him. Maybe it was just like Defender Strange. He did something and he couldn't like fix it. But we do see this other version of evil Doctor Strange. I don't think it's the one from What If, Supreme. I don't think it's that version of Doctor Strange. You can't control everything strange. I do agree with Wong. I feel like that's why him and Tony are very similar, because they try to control every situation and end up making it kind of worse, right? Hence like Ultron and all kinds of things. Okay, desolate kind of like dystopian world. This is probably what gives relevance to the What If, because I feel like Defender Strange did something that he was not supposed to do. And it has to do with this marriage part. Yes. I mean, they're cutting scenes back and forth, but yeah. Yeah, Defender Strange, yeah, is different. So what is she doing here? She could be doing like the ultimate spell right here. Or just like, where's my boys? Like, where's my sons? What do I know about what this? Yeah, like how do you? Oh man, there's so much to like break down here. Okay. 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 Is this the scene? Let me see if we could see anything here. No, it just seems like like the in between, right? Like gateways to Mordo. I'm sorry, Steven. That part seems like after, right? It seems like after he broke him out and Mordo is now in a place with him so they could develop a plan. When he said like the worst version or of everything is like you're the enemy basically. I think he's just really saying like, hey, we have to defeat you, Doctor Strange, and the only way to defeat you is with you. That's what he's talking about. Will not go unpunished. Yeah, those are kind of like Ultron sentries. Imagine if it's just like a version of Ultron who's here as part of the Illuminati. Like it's Professor X, Ultron. I mean, he's an artificial intelligence that gains sentience. If we had Vision, why can't we have Ultron as like a version? We should tell him the truth. Some people wondered about the cuffs. How come the cuffs can like hold him? It's because it does have enchantment on it as well. It's like technological enchantment combined with this is the part. I think it's only in the TV spot. We see, you know, what could be the Savage Land and or there it is. Yes, it is in this trailer. See, no one caught this. Freeze. Is it right here? Briefly, it's in the TV spot too. So if I freeze right here, we see that they're in some kind of like cartoon dimension for a slight moment. Do you know why that's so important? Because it leads back into one of my biggest theories that I've had on how to get Miles Morales into the MCU. And I think it's through the multiverse, right? Remember, the multiverse is representative of everything, right? And if the multiverse is representative of everything and people can cross over, and when they cross over, they are now part and partial to that universe that they're in. If somehow they could get Miles Morales to come through his universe into our universe, then we get Miles Morales um, into this verse, right? Without having to redo his whole entirety of the story, and it gives relevance into Spider-Man. It doesn't retcon anything either. It doesn't mean that Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and them are not part of anything. It just means that there's multiple Spider-Mans, you know, and only those are the ones that came through, right? Yeah, Miles Morales would be sick, and I think that if they explore this whole little cartoon thing a little bit more, either they do it in two ways, right? They're basically explaining like, oh, we can now have the what if characters come over, hence why we probably have Captain Carter, right? And it's not to say that Captain Carter's the what if series views themselves as cartoons, right? They don't have that standpoint, right? Kind of like how Deadpool is able to break the fourth wall. They're not breaking the fourth wall, right? In doing so, they're just a different universe of characters, just like how we're a different universe of characters. But crossing over implies that they're now able to be part and partial with the universe that they're currently in, if they're able to get through, right? Who's to say that America Chavez hasn't already gone through like a cartoon-esque dimension, right? So we could see characters coming over, right? It's a genius way to bring over Miles Morales. It's just my theory, right, on how to bring him over. Do I think he would come over in this movie? No, not absolutely not. I'm just saying that he could come over in this way, especially when we have part two of his movie, right? That he resides, that when he does cross over one last time, he doesn't actually land in his universe. He lands in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which would be boss as hell. And we get probably like a team up, right? I don't know. Yeah, that's definitely like a cartoon verse. Yep, 100%. That was so brief too. I'm not too sure if This part is just kind of like, yeah, he. See, this part is really just him like phasing in and out of his universe, right? He's just breaking apart. This part right here is not like the cartoony part. This part is just like him going from one dimension to another dimension, right? They're just going throughout the dimensions and or multiverses, right? And it's driving them like mad. You know what I mean? Mad because it probably feels like crap. That's it, team. There's so much more I could talk about, but I'm gonna leave it there. Now this part is very interesting. The reason why is, again, I don't think that this version of Doctor Strange. No, I know what you meant. No, you meant the one before that we saw. No, I know what you meant. I was just stating it again, that wasn't the part that, yeah. Sinister. Okay, so they label this as Sinister Strange. Things just got out of hand. I want this to be the what if version, but it's not. It's not him. I want it to be him from What If, but it's not him. That version of Doctor Strange is a little bit too. Let's say it is. Let's pretend that it is, right? Because let me not put it past anything, because it could be him. But let's just say that it is him. If it is him, this version of Doctor Strange is locked away, right? And maybe he's giving counselship, right, to our version of Doctor Strange, meaning he's just giving him advice, right? That's all he's doing. He's not doing anything in the movie except, didn't What If Strange say things are getting out of hand? Yeah, he did say things are getting out of hand. So yeah, if it is this Doctor Strange, I don't think that he's gonna be in it, because be in it in the sense of like gonna help him or go against him, that he might give him some counselship, like, hey, I've been through this. I try to bring back the love of my life, and I messed up everything. And I even teamed up with the team of multiversal Avengers, and we had to go against Ultron in his most powerful form. Yeah, this might be just getting some counselship. Raging Cajun Comics, what's going on, bro? Yeah, I think that's what it is right here. I don't think that Sinister Strange is the one from What If. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna have to rewatch certain things. There are certain things that I feel as if they're gonna bring callbacks to, right? That will make people say, I have to go back and watch it. Because this is the first trailer. I do think we're gonna get another trailer, probably in like 2 months from now, that is gonna reveal some things that are gonna make us need to watch some of the older movies. I definitely recommend that everyone watch WandaVision, especially to know why Wanda is the way she is, how she became the Scarlet Witch. I'm pretty sure they're gonna give some backstory in this movie, but they're not gonna give too much. They might say like previously on. And I think at the end of WandaVision, we did see something that said like we'll see the return in Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness. I don't know. I probably made that up. I have to go back and watch it. But again, you see, there are so many details in some of these shows that are gonna come up in the movies. Why people gotta watch it. A lot of people didn't want to watch WandaVision because they think it started off slow, and they did that old school type of like. But there was a reason for it, right? And those of you who are born in like the 80s probably appreciated it a little bit more. I loved it. But it gave a sense of why that was her creating these realities based from these TV shows were her comfort zone, right? All right, so I'm gonna leave it here. Do I think it was superior? I know the whole. Do I think it was Professor X? Yes. Do I think it's the Professor X that we saw in the old X-Men movies? No, I think it's a variant version. The only reason why is because in Wolverine, the Wolverine movie, we did see that version of Professor X die, and he was basically the future version of the Professor X that we know. Now, they did do some time travel, right? Which kind of messed up the timeline a little bit, but I wonder if one of those are like a time displaced, right? Yeah, it gave understanding of Wanda perfect reality. Yeah, so that's why I think it's, a lot of people do gotta watch WandaVision. You know what I mean? Yeah. Um, yeah, I think it's a variant version of Professor X and Iron Man. I don't think it's Iron Man. I think we may see. You know what I think might happen? I don't think we will see Iron Man at all. Uh, I think we just might get tech or even the hologram of Tony Stark, right? We might get a hologram, and basically it's Tony Stark AI, and he created these Ultron sentries that were basically successful, but he's still a team with the Illuminati, right? So we might see the AI who is part of the Illuminati, but not superior Spider-Man, superior Iron Man. I don't know why I keep wanting to say superior Iron Man. I mean Spider-Man. Um, but yeah, all right. I'm gonna call this video because I know I rambled quite a bit, but I just wanted to talk out my thoughts. Shout out to you, Denitra, because we were just basically talking out theories. Now I could be wrong about everything that I said in this video, and I'm okay. But I think I'm pretty good at catching details, and I think I'm pretty good at coming up with theories, right? Hence my first video that I've ever done on YouTube was a theories video, and it came out to be absolutely 100% correct. Nah, but I'm okay with being wrong. And the reason why I'm okay with being wrong is because it's so fun to just think about the possibilities, right? Now, something else that's in the back of my head this whole entire time, I think the writers and everyone is like paying attention to the community, and we called it. We said that Mephisto was in the background and everything. What if Mephisto is still in the background of every decision that everyone's been making the whole time in order to get somewhere, right? Yeah, I think it's armor that Superior Iron Man gave to these Illuminati members. Yeah, I think I agree with you on that. If we do see Superior Iron Man, that'd be cool. The only reason why I'm thinking is it's Maria Rambeau too is because we're eventually gonna get a Marvels movie, The Marvels, right? Where we see Captain Marvel. This is basically Captain Marvel too, where we see Captain Marvel, we see Monica Rambeau, and she recently got her abilities in WandaVision, right? Monica Rambeau is the daughter of Maria Rambeau, and if you watch Captain Marvel, the first one, we see Monica Rambeau as a little girl, and we see Maria Rambeau, which is Captain Marvel's best friend, right? So I just think it will be a good what if in Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness if basically Maria Rambeau flew the spaceship, gained the powers from the or is it the Power Stone? I believe, is it the Power Stone? Yeah, from the Power Stone, or is it the Reality Stone? I think it's the Power Stone. She gains it from the Power Stone, and she becomes Spectrum or Photon. They'll probably use one of the names, right? But I don't think it's Superior Iron Man though. That's just my thoughts. Now I'm gonna probably do another stream tomorrow, just like this one. But wait, how did Maria Rambeau died due to cancer? Yeah, so if you watch WandaVision, her interaction with people they'll let you know that she died due to cancer, right? Very Captain Marvel from the Kree esque, right? Because I feel like they they made her story very similar to Captain Marvel, which is different from Captain Marvel, right? So yeah. All right, team. I'm gonna hop out of here. I gotta go eat. This was fun. I'm tired though. Just came back from work, but I couldn't wait to do this stream. It didn't matter how many people were in here. I just wanted to do it, right? So I appreciate you, Denitra, and I appreciate you, Raging Cajun, for just coming and hearing me out and also co-theorizing with me, right? I'm gonna do another one tomorrow, and that's gonna be, is Captain Marvel a boy? Yeah. In the comic books, Captain Marvel is yeah, he's a hero, and she got her powers very differently. She got her powers from the Psyche Magnetron, Captain Marvel, or yeah, she got her powers from the Psyche Magnetron, and I'm speaking to Captain Marvel, the current Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers. That's how she got her powers in the comic books in comparison to how she got it. It's just very similar, but it wasn't the same. right? She wasn't bombarded. She was bombarded with the Psyche Magnetron and wanted to be kind of like Captain Marvel, and she got Kree genes, and it's spliced together with her human energies, and a whole bunch of other things happen. So, but yeah, with that being said, everyone, this is Zen from Zen Multiverse saying peace, love, and prosperity. If you're enjoying the content, please drop a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share the video with like-minded people, comment your theories after the video, because some of them I'm gonna read in tomorrow's video. If not tomorrow, it'll be Wednesday's video, most likely tomorrow. And tomorrow I'm gonna kind of like do the TV spot on the Super Bowl, right, to see what is the difference here, right? The cartoon part though of this trailer, let me tell you something, a lot of people missed this. Let me just show you one more time. A lot of people missed this little cartoony part coming up in 3, 2, and I think it's 1. Nah, it's not 1. It's about to happen though, right here. Oh, it was so fast. Jeez, it was so fast. It was so fast, team. Right? Ah, man. I mean, I said it earlier in the video, but yeah, that part came up so fast. A lot of people missed this. I didn't miss it though. There was a cartoony part, right? The cartoony part is like, boom. It's hard to catch. I caught it that first time earlier in this video, but it's hard to catch, and a lot of people didn't really catch it because they were looking at the dinosaurs and thinking, you know, this is probably a call to the Savage Land, right? Or just a call to dinosaurs, right? Some people even thought like this is Jurassic World, but you never know. Anyway, where's my focus? My focus went off. I know why my focus went off. All right, team, I'm gonna hop out of here because my focus is off. I'm probably going into the multiverse right now. That's probably what's happening with my camera. All right, everyone, peace later. Why is my camera like that though? I feel like I feel like I'm obligated to fix it before I even like turn off the video. Let me see. My hand looks good. Ooh, I'm back. I'm out of the blurry dimension.